Have you ever looked at your life and tried to figure out, where am I going wrong? What is wrong with my life? I am Lamb Star Love, and it's all about motivation, dedication, and determination. And today, I just want to talk to you guys about living out of order. That's right, living out of order. I mean, when you look at your life, you're wondering sometimes, you know, why why does it seem like, every time I try to get myself together, get my life together, get my kids together, get situations and circumstances together, it seems like it work against you than work with you. Sometimes we go through things so we can learn ourselves. Sometimes we go through things so we can realize what we didn't realize before. Sometimes we go through things because we didn't get it the first time, so we have to go through it again. And I just want to talk to you about living out of order. These past few days have been rough. We've been doing Vlogmas, and it's been Vlogmas time, and it seemed like, when I first started doing Vlogmas, I was all on top of it. I was all on top of it. Yes, I got this. But it was like when we started getting to like 8, 9, 10, it was like I got off track. And it seemed like no matter what I did to try to get back on track, it was like I still got off track. And I feel like that experience taught me, you know, um, a lot of us are living out of order. A lot of us, we think we right on the right track and we have it together and we right on top of it, not really realizing that we're out of order. Not really realizing we're out of place, not really realizing that we're not where we really need to be. And these past couple of days, like when I've been making my videos and really, been trying to be on top of it, and going and recording and trying to make sure that everything was together and okay. you know um One of my videos, I said, Vlogmas day 8, and clearly it was Vlogmas day 9. you know but I feel like that experience, it taught me that a lot of us is living out of order. We feel like we in order. We think that we even in order, but yet we are out of order. We are out of line. We're not where we really need to be at. And like I said, I just wanted to talk about living out of order. Have you ever been somewhere and you seen a sign where it says out of order, but somebody still go in there, like a restroom? You go somewhere and they have the sign on the door and it says out of order, but yet somebody still goes in there with the sign on the door after it clearly says out of order. Have you been living your life out of order? Have you ever had to hold up a sign? Have you ever caught yourself holding up a sign saying, I'm out of order? No matter how I try to get my life back on track, no matter how I might try to take control of things, my life is out of order. I'm here and I'm talking to you because, I myself have had the experience of feeling out of order, trying to grasp and have control over my life, trying to figure out, where do I belong? Where is my grounding? Where is my foundation? I feel like it's a little rocky. I feel like no matter how much I try to catch the ground before I fall, I feel like I feel like my feet are slipping from up under me. I feel like the foundation is a little bit of rocky. But I'm learning that, that experience was to show me and allow me to see that A lot of us are living out of order. We think that we are in order. We believe that we're in the right place. We believe that we're on the right path. We believe that we're doing everything that we can, only to really find out that we're not doing enough. We're not putting up enough effort. We're not putting up enough strive. We're not working hard enough. We're not where we really need to be. We're really out of order. So I just want to ask you, are you out of order? Or are you where you need to be? How is your foundation? Do you find yourself on a rocky foundation, or do you find yourself on a sandy foundation? Do you find yourself on a weak foundation? Like sometimes, you can be in a house, and when you're in a house and you're walking, sometimes the floor will begin to squeak a little bit, because the foundation is not really solid. It makes a noise to let you know that at some point in time it's going to give in, because it's not solid. So I just want to ask you, how is your foundation? How is your foundation? Sometimes we get so distracted with life that we get off track, and we never really get back on track. We never really get things back in order. So I just want to encourage you, take some time and look at your life. Take some time and examine your life, examine yourself, examine the things going on around you, examine you. Are you really happy? Are you really where you want to be? Are you really living the life you want to live? Are you really victorious? Or are you really feeling your power? Or are you really living a joyful life? Or are you happy where you're at? If you're not, it could be because you're out of order. This is not to down talk you. This is not to bash you. This is not to point fingers and say that you're not no good and you can't do it. This is to encourage you and to let you know it's nothing wrong with stopping and taking a pause and looking around at your life and saying, you know what? I need to do better. You know what? I need to make better choices. You know what? I need to make better decisions. You know what? I need to move smarter. You know what? I need to stop and just think. Because that's what I had to do. I had to stop and just think. Because when I tried to make videos, I couldn't really make videos, because it seemed like no matter what video I was making, it wasn't coming together. It just wasn't coming together. It just wasn't coming together. So I was like, you know what? I can't really make a video right now, because it's just not coming together. I'm making this video, and I'm saying the wrong dates. I'm saying the wrong days. I'm off track. But I feel like the experience was to teach me and allow me to see that I'm out of order. And to allow me to see that sometimes we get off track, but yet we feel like we're on track. We feel like we're at the right place. We feel like we're on the right path. We feel like we're living the best life. We feel like everything is good, but it's not. Sometimes we look around and we find ourselves murmuring and complaining, because a part of you on the inside is trying to let you know that this is not the place. This is not my destination. This is not my place. This is not where I belong. This is not where I'm meant to be. Sometimes we will even find ourselves getting comfortable, where sometimes, God be trying to stir us up and push us, because he be trying to push us to let us know, like, that's not the spot. That's not the place. That's not your destination. Don't you dare get comfortable. Sometimes God be pushing us and allowing us to get uncomfortable, allowing us to get stirred up, allowing us to get frustrated, allowing us to get irritated, allowing us to, get mad, allowing us to, go through different circumstances and situations, for us to really realize that our life is out of order. Our life is off track. We're not on the right path. We're not where we need to be at. You know, I feel like there's a shift taking place. There's a shift. There's a shift taking place. And you know, God is trying to position his people and get his people in line and get his people where he need his people to be, so when he get ready to bless his people can be able to be there to be able to receive what God have for them. But if you're not where God need you to be at, how can you receive what God have for you and you're out of order? You're out of line. You're not where you need to be. So God is pushing and pushing. And a lot of us is growing frustrated. A lot of us is irritated. A lot of us is, you know, murmuring and complaining. I'm trying, I don't know, everything I try, it just don't work. I give up. I quit. But we really should be trying to figure out, okay, well, what do I need to do? We need to really, you know, have that type of mindset. What do I need to do? How do I need to regroup? How do I need to rethink about what do I need to do now? Where do I go from here? That didn't work. What do I need to do now? That didn't work. So what do I need to do now? That didn't work. So what do I need to do now? Instead of having a mindset of murmuring and complaining, kind of a little bit, you know, a little bit like how I had got, I'm not going to lie to you guys. You know, I had got a little bit like, you know what, I'm done with Vlogmas because every time I try to get on track and every time I try to say something, it seemed like, you know, it seemed like I'm saying everything but what I need to be saying. It seemed like every time, you know, I'm trying to post a video and I'm trying to say something that's catchy and that's catching everybody's attention and that's the right thing and everything like that. But, you know, through the experience I've learned, and it has taught me and allowed me to really realize that, you know, instead of murmuring and complaining, you need to really be trying to figure out, what do I need to do now? How can I fix this? What is the approach that I need to have? How can I reach people? How can I make this difference? Where do I go from here? Instead of murmuring and complaining, because it's a lot of us murmuring and complaining. Okay, well, I tried this, it didn't work. I tried that, it didn't work. Oh, well, whatever. No, we really need to be saying, you know what? That didn't work, so I'm going to try this. And that didn't work, so I'm going to try that. And then if that don't work, Lord, what do you need me to do? You know, but a lot of us don't look at it like that. You know, we try once or twice and then we throw up our hands and say, you know what, I quit, I give up. Nah, I ain't doing it no more. Because I'm not going to lie to you guys. You know, I was doing Vlogmas. I was all on top of it. Yeah, Vlogmas. And then, you know, we got on down the road and like I say, we started getting to, you know, 8, 9, 10, you know, I got on off track and I tried to come back and tell you guys, well, y'all, you know, I'm saying the wrong date. This is wrong. That's wrong, you know, and trying to get back on track. You know, not really realizing that the experience was to teach me and to show me that that's how some of us living our lives. That's where some of us are at today. You know, we're out of order, but we feel like we're in order, but we're out of order. But we feel like we're in order, but we're out of order. I came to tell you and to inform you and to let you know that things might not be coming together for you because you might just be out of order. Your life might just be out of order. Your business might just be out of order. Your house might just be out of order. Your mind might just be out of order. You know, I mean, I know, you know, we could just murmur and complain. We could just say, you know what, I tried, I put on my effort, but really, did you? Did you really put in all your effort? Did you really try to do everything that you really could do to try to make a difference? Or did you get frustrated when God started pushing you and say, you know what, I quit, I give up, I ain't got time for this. You know, it's getting chaos. It's getting, you know, like it's hell and hot water. Every time I try to do something, it seemed like, you know, it's not coming together. So I quit. I quit. I'm done. And some of us, some of us even telling God that, you know what, I done already tried with him. It didn't work. It's a wrap. I don't have time for that, and really, when we really need to be saying, what do I need to do now? Where do I go from here? What's the approach that I need to have now? I just want to encourage you. Don't throw in that towel. Hold on just a little while longer. Don't give up. I want to encourage you. Be patient. Be humble. I want to encourage you. Hold on just a little while longer. I want to encourage you not to give up. Don't you dare faint. I know it might get frustrated. I know you might look and think, well, I seen this, but I'm looking at this. I just want to encourage you to stand strong, and don't fix your mouth and fix yourself to murmur and complain, because it's so easy to murmur and complain. Well, I tried, I put up my effort, I tried to do this, and it didn't work, so whatever. I want to encourage you to really stop and take a good look. I want to encourage you to stop, pause, and think. How are you thinking? Where is your mind setting? What is your mind telling you? What's coming forward out of your mind? What are you speaking? What are you saying? I want to encourage you to be aware. Be aware of you. Be aware. Like, if you're at work and, things are, stuff is becoming chaos. It seemed like, when you first started, everything was good. But now, you got this coworker, you got this boss, you got somebody irritating you, and now you don't even want the job. Or, maybe you got in the job and they promised you one pay, but they gave you another pay. So you ready to quit the job because you're not getting paid what you supposed to get paid. Maybe that's your test. Maybe that's your test. Maybe that's your test to see how bad do you really want it. Do you really want to rise? Do you really want to come up? Do you really want to change? Do you really want to improve? Do you really want to live on top of the world? Or are you okay being at the bottom? Because a lot of us have got comfortable being at the bottom. God called a lot of us to be the head and not the tail, be above and not beneath. But a lot of us being beneath, we've been all right being beneath. But God been trying to put us on top and allowing us to be on top of the world. Allowing us to be on top of the world. Allowing us to be on top of the world. But, we done got comfortable being beneath. We done got comfortable being the tail and not the head. And so now he allowing stuff to stir up. He's stirring stuff up, and he pushing you and pushing you and pushing you and trying to get you to where you really destined to be, where you really need to be at, so you can receive the blessings that you need, the blessings that God want to give to you. But because you're out of order, you can't receive what God have for you because you're out of order. So he's allowing your mind to be stirred up. He allowing you to toss and turn. He allowing you to get uncomfortable so you can really realize that you're not where you need to be. Your life is really out of order. It's not in order, but it's out of order. It's not in order, but it's out of order. It's out of order. It's out of order. I know it might look like it's good, but it's out of order. What they say, everything that look good ain't good. It might look good, but that don't mean it's good. It might look good, but that don't mean it's good. Just saying. That don't mean it's good. That don't mean it's good. I mean, it's people that look like they well, but they really sick. So I just want to say to you, are you living out of order? Are you living out of order? Is your life out of order? Is your mind out of order? Is your thoughts out of order? Are you murmuring and complaining? Are you getting frustrated because things not coming together how you thought they would come together? Because I know I'm guilty. When I look at my life, I look and say, well, my life not the way I thought it was going to be. And I have a whole attitude like my life not where I thought it would be. My life not where I thought it would be. I thought I would have a diamond ring on my finger. I thought I would be getting catered and pampered and all of these things. But I'm not where I want to be. But, I'm growing to just really realize it's because you out of order. It's because you out of order. It's because you out of order. And, stuff like that. It sometimes happen to show us and allow us to be able to see that we're not where God wants us to be. So God will allow you to get tested. He'll allow you to get tested at your job. He'll allow you to get tested. Are you going to let this little demon move you? Or are you going to, push and go on and try to get to where you need to be? Or are you just going to sit here and murmur and complain? Or are you going to do something about it? Are you going to stand your ground, or are you going to sink? Or are you just going to stay there and just stay comfortable and be all right being beneath? Or are you going to try to be above where he called you to be? Are you going to try to be the head and not the tail? Are you going to be above and not beneath? But hey, a lot of us have gotten comfortable being out of order. A lot of us have gotten comfortable being out of order. Being out of order. I came to, just inform somebody and put it on somebody's mind. Your house might be out of order. Your mind might be out of order. Your life might be out of order. You might just be out of order. Your family might be out of order. Things just might be out of order. It just might be out of order. And like I say, I had the experience of, doing Vlogmas, and I was excited. Yes, woo! Yes. And, and I felt like I was on fire, and I was happy, and I was like, yes, this is finna really kick off. It is finna really kick off. And when I tell you, it seemed like the days began to pass, and I felt like I was losing my fire. I got to where I was like, I don't even want to do this no more. It's not working. It's not coming together. I think I'm making a mistake. This just not it, but yet and still, I still had my fire. I still, wanted to motivate, wanted to encourage, wanted to speak to people, wanted to make that difference. But it seemed like when I was beginning to try to, have my encouragement and speak my word and try to give my encouragement and do, like, I was messing up and saying everything that I didn't feel like or that shouldn't have been said. Like I was giving the wrong dates instead of the right dates, and I was off track. And I didn't really realize it until after it was done. But I really realized the experience was to teach me. It's because a lot of us feel like we're in order, but we're out of order. We feel like we in order, but we out of order. We at work, clocking in. We at the job. When we first got the job, we was happy, we was crunk, we making our money, and we was good. But soon as stuff started getting stirred up and, we started getting tested, now we ready to quit the job. Now we ready to call it a wrap. Now we ready to let everybody have it. Don't get mad at them because you out of order. Don't start murmuring and complaining to God because you out of order. Don't murmur and complain because we out of order. We out of order. We really should be excited and be on fire and be happy because God is trying to put us back in order. We really should be happy because God is trying to push us where we need to be. We really should be on fire because when we feel like, everything is good and it's all good, and it's not, God could just leave us right where we at. But because he loves us so much, he trying to push us. So when he get ready to bless us, you can be where you need to be so you can receive your blessing. You can be right where you need to be so you can receive your blessing. That's like the mail people. If you got mail coming to you, you give the wrong address, you're not going to receive it. You got to get the right address so therefore you can receive it. And that's just like our lives. You got to be right where God needs you to be at so you can receive that blessing. So, if you don't get anything else from this, I just want to encourage you to look at your life. I just want to encourage you to step back and just re-examine you. I want to encourage you to get in the mirror. I want to encourage you to stop murmuring and complaining, because it might be somewhere that God is trying to get you to where you need to be. God might really be trying to get you where you need to be. I know you might look and say, well, I'm where I need to be. Are you really? Are you really? Or have you got comfortable being beneath instead of above? Have you got comfortable being at the bottom and having little crumbs and penny pinching and trying to make things come together and work together and do, have you just gotten comfortable and say, you know what, this is it. This is it. This is it. I know I get $10. I gotta make this $10 work. I know I got this much to eat. This is what I got to work with. This is it. When it's not. Because God wanna bless us. God don't want us to, be penny pinching and have the end and have less. God want us to have more. But if you out of order, how you going to receive what God have for you when you're not even there to receive it? Just like I said, if you have a check that's supposed to come in the mail and, they have the wrong address, they can send it, but you're not going to receive it. And, that's like a lot of our lives. God is trying to push us where we need to be so he can give you that you need to receive. But you don't even know that you need it. And that's what's wrong with a lot of us. A lot of us we don't even realize that the blessings that we need to receive, we're not even aware of the blessings that we need to receive. We're too busy distracted. We're too busy murmuring and complaining. We're too busy looking at our life saying, well, this is just how it is. All I have is $10 to work with. All I have is noodles to eat. It is what it is, It is what it is. No, it's not. It's not. It is what it is. You need to come on with it. You need to get it together. You need to put forth an effort. We need to stop murmuring and complaining. But we need to start learning. We need to start allowing God to teach us, allowing God to mold us, allow God to press us, allow God to push us. Instead of saying, oh, why God? We need to be saying, yes, God. But a lot of us rather be out of order than in order. So if you get nothing else from this, I just want to encourage you to look at your life. It's not for everybody, but it's for somebody. You might just need to look at your life. Things might not be all beautiful. And you might look at your life and say, well, I had a dream. Well, I had a vision. Well, I had a thought. Well, when I looked at my life, I felt like I was, going to be a college graduate. I felt like I was going to be successful. I felt like I was going to be above and not beneath. And you might be looking at your life and feel like you're beneath instead of above. It might just be, sis, because your life might be out of order. It might just be like that, gentlemen, because your life might be out of order. It might just be out of order. I know. It might feel like it's in order, but it really might just be out of order.